You got any Disney favorites?
For me personally, it's like a basic answer, but The Lion King. I feel like a lot of people say The Lion King, but I think just because the general story that it tells,
Yeah,
and it's also something that it's generational. You can tell that story in no matter the year, no matter the climate, and I think it's something that resonates with everybody. Just seeing the relationship between Simba and his father Mufasa, that's always rang true. At least in my family, we're very prideful in our family and a legacy, and having that relationship with one another. It's always carried through, and it's not something that was like promoted or instilled in us. It's just something that was always there.
yeah.
On top of that, like I said, music goes a long way, and I mean everybody knows like the iconic lists of songs that's included with The Lion King. So
Jason Weaver,
that one
man,
for
Jason Weaver.
what's that?
The Jason Weaver, he was Simba when he was a kid. He was the soundtracks for I wanna be a mighty king. Like that was Jason Weaver.
How do
Great
you?
artist, great actor.
I was gonna say, how do you remember that? That's something I would have never like picked up on.
Well, I'm a fan of Lion King. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I had the VHS, watched it on the VCR. That was my first one of my first movies I could remember seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, Jason Weaver, he plays in Smart Guy, which is a sitcom that I like to watch. And yeah, I just did my research on him and found out that he was doing that as a kid. I think Lion King is so interesting because, as you know, they did the live action one, and
Mm-hmm.
I think there was two and three, right? There might be, or was it two and two and a half or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just think Lion King was just the one. You know, the first one is just like a great. And I think with them extending the series, kind of did it a disservice because it's just like something that you can't really, to me, you can't really build on that storyline. You know, like I feel like they should have just had Lion King one and just left it like that. Um, but yeah, I think the interesting part of Lion King is I don't know if you're aware, lions move in prides, right? They got the one male lion and the female lion.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, Simba and what was her name? Tiana, right? Or Tiana? What was her name?
Was it Nala or was yeah,
Nala, because the second one was Kiana.
yeah,
Nala, bruh, they're low key cousins.
yeah? No, that's something I when I watched that movie back, I'm like, I mean, technically, I mean, because like as a kid, like you don't think about that, but it's like looking back, it's like
Yeah,
yeah, technically that whole thing is like a full gene pool of like yeah.
they got the same dad, bro. Can't you feel the love? Can you feel the same DNA?
No, and
Like,
then no, what gets me too is there's this scene in The Lion King, like when they're like messing around in like the bushes and like the grass, and she gives him this one look, and I'm like, dude, they're really showing that like like I didn't pick up as a kid, but the look she shoots
yeah,
him in that movie, I was like, oh, this is where we're going. Okay,
yeah. He was trying to go for it. He was trying to get to home base. You know, he was trying to go all the way.
yeah,
Consensual, of course.
no, of course,
Consensual.
absolutely. I'm glad you brought up the live action though, because I can remember going to see the live action movie, and I can respect them wanting to revisit it, but it really didn't offer anything new for me. Like I personally felt like it was just the same movie, just updated. And obviously they can't change too much of it, otherwise people are gonna like complain about that as well. But like you said,
Yeah,
I feel like that first movie, that's all you needed. Like you didn't need number two. One and a half was funny, it was cool. But really, like you just see the first one and you're set. You don't have to really watch anything else.